Hello! Wow, it's been so long. Since my last video, I've actually moved out of my family home to tough it out all by myself, and it's been pretty good. No more sceb commissions for me for a while though. I've been doing the typical routine of my day job and just maintaining my everyday life. I don't really do much, but just being alive is tiring and a lot of work, don't you think? Also, do you like this house that I'm staying at? It's royalty free, but the rent isn't. Anyway. First off, I wanted to thank everyone for my 2,000 followers and over 50,000 views on my Learning Live 2D video. My milestone was actually back at 1,000, but the algorithm and you guys decided to ring that bell at my shrine, so I wanted to say thank you. It really means a lot to me, and I'd love to keep on producing new content deserving of your attention. As you can see, my hair is a bit more bouncy, and my ear muscles aren't so stiff anymore, so I could hear you better. I'm still working on cutting and editing models in my free time, and I'd like to show a walkthrough of my process soon. It'd probably be a voiceover as opposed to a speed paint of any sort, but I think it would be helpful once I figure out if everything is okay for another person to rig it. That's my next goal, by the way. Making sure my Photoshop files are set up not only for me to rig it, but for someone else to as well. That way, if I decide to take live 2D art commissions in the future, big if at the moment, my files won't be a pain in the ass for another rigger. I'd like to do more live 2D related videos, but I'd also like to do more casual, just chatting videos such as this one with my thoughts and advice towards some more popular VTuber topics such as debut and whether it's practical for a hobbyist to have a neat and tidy debut or not. Since I wanted to celebrate my 1,000 sub milestone, I wanted to talk about the potential for my own future debut and what it means to me as an independent hobbyist VTuber. So, in case you're relatively new to the VTuber scene, or you want to know my own personal point of reference, a traditional VTuber debut goes something like this. A Twitter or, I don't know, a TikTok is made, but I'm a half millennia too old for TikTok, and either the company or independent starts making basically marketing posts to build up hype and growth. How do people find these new VTubers, you ask? Well, if you're Hololive or Nijisanji, they've already found you. With a company, there's a base audience awaiting fresh meat or freshly generated pixels. So, new recruits are going to have way more eyes on them than any independent could ever dream of or have nightmares of. Another way to get a head start is having a well-known parent, which is basically the artist and or rigger of your model. This isn't a statement on whether VTubers with popular parents are more deserving or not of attention, it's just fact that they get more of it. If you have someone with 10k followers posting work in progresses and content of you, it's literally just going to be more potential eyes on you and your content. And good for them, they paid for it honestly, and they get to have a body that they really like. However, if you're an independent with nothing like that to your name, you're most likely going to have the best chance of using tags to start out with some numbers. And if you're feeling super ballsy, you go right out the gate with a VTuber model reveal that involves generating a certain number of likes and retweets to reveal your full model. I am not that brave, but it's extremely common practice, and more likely than not, you'll be able to hit your reveal milestones through the benevolent mercy of the general VTuber community. It's a very welcoming scene, I do admit. So, where do we go from there? Well, if you're a big company, you just give a date to debut and everyone lines up to be there, even me. But if you're an independent, the next step is building an audience with intriguing teaser videos or memes or literally anything possible without revealing your voice or too much of your setup. This includes not revealing your full body model, stream graphics or overlays, potential commissioned backgrounds and background music, and you just tweet your heart out and try to get to know the community more. So, once you feel secure enough that more than one person is going to show up to your stream, you then set up a debut date, and that is what your Twitter is about now. You change your Twitter name to contain your debut date, and you just market your ass off. That being said, it sounds kind of weird for me to be thinking of a debut since I have my design and voice revealed and even my lore out on my card, but hear me out. Because most of us are doing this as a hobby, there's no real hard and fast rule of what to do. That's why you see a lot of self-proclaimed pre-debut VTubers that have been streaming for months. And good for them, honestly. I relate to that method more than just trying to debut with minimum content put out. I think we have all seen a lot of silhouette model reveals on Twitter whenever there's a new up-and-coming VTuber. Some have the opinion that it's old and tiring since it's basically become the step one to how independent VTubers reveal themselves. It's simply just not for me because I don't have enough confidence in the first place to put myself out in that way. I like to set myself up for success and fall on my face as little as possible. It's the same reason why I have a chibi model instead of a full body one at the moment, since I'm currently learning Live 2D, and also why I chose to reveal my full design immediately on Twitter, even though I wasn't finished editing the art actually. Sure, I'm not going to generate initial I don't know, hype or interest, but as a trade-off, I get people who are genuinely interested in the content I have to offer and will stay for the long ride, hopefully. I'm in the belief that independent VTubers should debut after putting out a decent amount of content. Unlike Hololive or other big VTuber companies, there's no guarantee of consistent content output and quality, so to ask people to invest in you without knowing anything about you is a big ask to me. I mean, God, I post once every other month and that's why I can't ask anyone to watch me stream. So, on that topic, what does debut mean for me? It'll probably be a very put together video that goes in depth about my lore, my design, and otherwise like a traditional debut without being live streamed. I'd also like to answer some curated questions submitted through Curious Cat or Marshmallow by that point, so I think I'll set that up closer to the date. While experimenting as a VTuber for a couple of months, I found that live streaming really isn't for me and I'd prefer the control of an edited video. That way, I don't have to worry about obtaining or entertaining an audience at a set time, and I don't have to worry about the nerves of performing well live. Even the first time I edited a video, I was super crazy nervous, and for me, I find it difficult to schedule around a streamer's time, and I personally wish I could see more debuts cut and edited, though I understand that you don't get the real time engagement of a stream that way. So before I debut, I want a custom background music from someone that I admire. I already have somebody in mind. A presentable full body rig done by myself, or, you know, by like someone else I admire, but I'm trying to do it by myself. And a background that I either bite the bullet and draw myself or commission. It's completely possible I debut before any of these personal goals are achieved, since ultimately I have the flexibility to decide what's necessary for myself. At the end of the day, whichever route you choose regarding your VTuber hobby or career is completely tailored and up to you. Right now, my VTuber career involves me playing Cookie Run Kingdom and not drawing or doing anything Live 2D related right after this video. Not sponsored, but I wish. So, thank you so much again for the 2,000 followers, and I hope to see you around. I'll do my best to reply to your comments, and I really want to make sure that I could live up to your expectations. That's it for now. Follow me on Twitter if you want to see me tweet once every 2 weeks. Zaijian! Bye bye! If I had like a model reveal or something, I would probably make the milestone for the full thing like 5 retweets and then use my side accounts and get my friends to retweet it.